Welcome, MCL here, June 8th, 2020. Today was a Monday. So I consider this day a little bit of a difficult day to understand and a day that I wonder if we're going to look back and it meant something to us. The Dow closed up 461, S&P closed up 38, Nasdaq up 110. Dow's up 1.70%, S&P up 1.20%, Nasdaq up 1.13%. At the same, we have the Russell 2000 up almost 2%, again leading everybody, all the averages up 29.74. So far so good. This is what's perplexing me a little bit. The Dow is up for the sixth day in a row. Okay, just kind of keep that in mind. We want to know how long it's going to go. The VIX was up today 5%. Along with the ETF, VXX was up also about 5%. Maybe a little less, more 2.5%. The TVIX was up 5%. So the VIX products were up. Oil was down 3.5% about. So we have this divergence between the VIX and the oil being negative, and at the same time the market's soaring. The VIX being up is a negative divergence because usually the VIX is down when the market's up, and today was up when the market was up. Also in the bond world, 10-year treasury, the bonds were down today. Nothing like crazy, but it did pull back, and yet the market roared up like nothing's happening. So I want to just share kind of like my thoughts. We are in the 10th or 11th week in this bull run. So we know we're entering like the last inning and a half about. We're like near the bottom of the 8th, getting close to the 9th. There might be extra innings if you look at it that way. So I'm saying hold. I've been saying hold or buy pullbacks. It hasn't been much pullbacks to buy. So if you've been holding, you've been making a lot of money. But the internal divergence is a little bit perplexing to me. Which one is going to come out of it first? Will the internals continue being negative, at least a lot of them, and eventually the market will follow that? Or is this like a one-day event that the internals were somehow negative and by tomorrow everything will be fine again? The fact that the Dow's up 6 days in a row makes me wonder if it's going to take a breather maybe before the S&P or NASDAQ, or is it going to bring down the S&P and NASDAQ with it? I'm not looking for any big correction here. I'm just looking for some sort of resolution, some sort of maybe pause in the market. And like I said, I'm looking at VXX 26. And when that happens, I will definitely be anticipating something more exciting, possibly. Today we went up from about 28.95 lows, and we really were up almost the whole day in the VXX, all the way to 29, about 29.90, give or take, about 2.5%. So again, I'm wondering, is this what exactly is going to be? Last week on Monday, the VXX was also up when the market was up, and then it ended up being a great week for the VXX going down, which again, the VXX goes down. For me, that's a great week because I'm shorting volatility when the market goes up. That's the healthy, normal expectation. But here we have the VIX up, oil down, 10-year treasury down, and markets soaring up like nothing happened. So I will say in conclusion that a lot of times at the end, near the end of big rallies or at the beginning of big rallies, we start having divergence between the internals. So it's very possible that the market's going to have some sort of pullback mid or end of the week, meaning the Fed is speaking on Wednesday. It could be the market's leading up to some sort of pullback based on the internals, and that might kind of close the week somewhat negative. It could be there'll be a pullback Wednesday or Thursday, and then Friday the market will ache out again. I'm not dooming the market at all. I'm saying the market's been going up until VXX is going to 26. I would buy the dips and I would hold. I'm just explaining that this behavior is making me wonder how it's all going to play out. It's definitely possible that this week will be a little choppy, maybe near the second half of the week. And we're not betting against the market until VXX goes to 26. That's my conviction. There's no guarantees in life. And even when VXX goes to 26, I want to see what happens. So as of today, the internals were not so great, but Russell 2000 was up. And I forgot to say copper was up 1%. So we definitely have internals that are supporting this market, but we definitely are scratching our head and wondering how the volatility up versus market up, how it's going to play itself out. And perhaps if oil just has a one-day pullback, or is it going to start something a little bigger? So far, oil has not been concerning me so much. I don't think it's been a big hinder either way. When it's been going up, it's been good for the market, and it pulls back a day here, a day there, and nothing really happens. But it's more the volatility. So I'm going to keep eye on that. It's too early now for futures. It's only 5:40. We'll probably know later tonight what the market wants to do. and we'll see tomorrow how it continues. Until tomorrow morning, have a good night and stay long in the market until the time comes, which is not yet. Bye bye.